Up next, mixed emotions ahead of the return of regional travel. A cockroach-infested ship docks at Port Kembla and the region's new marina welcomes its first arrival.
Across the Illawarra, South Coast and Southern Highlands, this is Win News.
Tonight, excitement builds and emotions swell as regional travel gets set to restart. A warning from authorities as crowds descend on our coast. And Shell Cove's new marina welcomes its first vessel. Good evening and welcome to Win News this Friday. My name is Bruce Roberts. Also tonight, a cockroach-infested ship docks at Port Kembla with its stranded crew facing extreme conditions. At long last, regional residents will be reunited with family and friends from the city as travel restrictions come to an end Monday. It's boom time for businesses hurriedly preparing to be swamped by Greater Sydney-siders for the first time in months.
Cars crawling through coastal towns, parking spots in high demand. It's a sign of the times, as Jared Constable, Win News.
In search of sun and open air, a wave of boat users is expected on coastal and inland waterways in the coming days. It's prompted a targeted operation from authorities, ensuring boat users are ready to return to the water.
After months locked down at home, boat users are now lapping up the chance to get back on the water. Transport for New South Wales boating safety officers also out in force. SAMARA GARDNER, Win News.
A fourth resident has died of COVID at an aged care home in Wollongong. The unvaccinated woman in her 90s died at IRT Tarrawanna. Meantime, in the Illawarra Shoalhaven, 17 COVID-positive patients are being treated in hospital. In the past 24 hours, 8 new local infections have been reported, including 4 in Wollongong, 1 in Shellharbour and 3 in the Shoalhaven. There were no new cases in the Urubadalla or Bega Valley. While the numbers are low, authorities have issued a warning to families embracing Halloween on Sunday.
Aim to keep celebrations outside, provide closed packaging for treats instead of communal lolly bowls, and consider other ways of distributing treats, for example, along the front fence or hidden in the front yard.
Statewide, there were 268 new cases. BlueScope has signed on to explore the use of hydrogen in its steel-making plant at Port Kembla. Pitched as a potential iron and steel-making pathway, the Memorandum of Understanding with Rio Tinto outlines a bid to explore low-carbon emissions technologies using iron ore from the Pilbara. It is a mouthful to say, but the hydrogen direct reduced iron melter basic oxygen steel-making furnace method could help the industrial heavyweight move to emerging processes and reduce its carbon footprint. Shell Cove Marina has welcomed its first vessel today, marking the completion of the harbour foreshore. Moorings are ready for use and the precinct is open to the public, with more housing and a hotel development on the way.
Smooth sailing into Shell Cove, the first boat to dock at the town's brand new marina.
And when we return with more Win News this Friday evening, the former Premier grilled at ICAC and hope at last for learner drivers looking to get their licence. The former Premier says if she had a time over, she still wouldn't declare her secret relationship with disgraced Wagga MP Darryl Maguire. Gladys Berejiklian faced the Independent Commission Against Corruption today, defending her actions while in office.
Ms. Berejiklian, if you were able to have your time again, would you disclose your close personal relationship with Mr Maguire to your ministerial colleagues or any of them?
I didn't feel it was of sufficient standard or sufficient significance in order to do that.
A cockroach infection is plaguing a bulk carrier docked at Port Kembla. The complaint comes from the crew on the Panamanian-flagged MV Sea Star Endurance. They also say the aircon's broken and they're sleeping on deck. 18 crew, including 12 Filipinos and 6 Russians, arrived at Port Kembla last Sunday from Indonesia via Singapore. The carrier is due to leave Sunday, but unions are seeking assurances the problems are fixed before departure. The ship's operator was contacted for comment. Time for Friday Night Sport with Melissa Russell. Mel, Sydney FC has arrived in Wollongong.
It has, Bruce, as the Sky Blue prepares to take on our Wolves, and Count Darupi ready to fly in the Golden Eagle.
This report brought to you by United Building Products, your renovation DIY and trade specialists.
Campbell Grange father-son training duo Rob and Luke Price will head to Rose Hill tomorrow, chasing their biggest ever payday when Count the Rupee lines up in Australia's third richest race, the $7.5 million Golden Eagle.
Count the Rupee ready to fly in the Golden Eagle.
It's a race that the horse has been set for. Always known he's had the talent to get to this race.
The Wollongong Wolves aren't expecting Sydney FC to go easy when the sides clash in a pre-season friendly at Albert Butler Oval tomorrow. FC is already in enemy territory, preparing for the fixture, which the Wolves are using as a tune-up for the FFA Cup.
The Sky Blues heading down the M1 early, a mark of respect and perhaps a sign that they don't view their clash with the Wolves as a Mickey Mouse trial.
And Bruce, that is our final hit of sport for the week.
Terrific. Thank you very much for that, Mel. Let's talk weather now with Chris Polzot. Hello, Chris. Very windy today. What's in store for the weekend?
Those winds will be easing, Bruce, but we've got some possible showers tomorrow, but it should be fining up again for Sunday. I'll have your local forecast up next.
This report brought to you by Southern Classic Cars, Wollongong and Albion Park. We are still open. Call or visit the website today.
Welcome back. The Bureau of Meteorology has released its climate outlook for November to January, and we can expect to see above average rainfall for the region as the chance of La Nina developing has increased. Now, our weather photo tonight is from Stephen, and Stephen snapped that thick blanket of fog yesterday morning sitting along the coast. Not that you could tell, but this shot was taken at City Beach in Wollongong, and what a sight there, Stephen. Thank you very, very much. Let's check out some of the details now from today. Mostly sunny today, some very strong winds, but those winds are expected to ease through the evening. Albion Park was one of the first places to crack the 30-degree mark today, just before 11 a.m. And Nowra's strongest wind gust today reached 83 kilometres per hour. Let's have a look on the south coast now. It was sunny today, some very howling winds at times as well. Down at Eden, those northwesterlies reached 80 k's this morning, but Montague Island, just off the coast of Narooma there, had the top gust 100 kilometres per hour. On to the charts. Now, a low and cold front delivered those strong and gusty winds to the region today. The front will clear to the northeast by tomorrow with cooler conditions across the state on Sunday. Let's jump into the waters for tomorrow now. A gale warning is in place for the Batemans and Eden coast, and a strong wind warning has been issued for the Illawarra coast, and surf conditions will be hazardous. To the forecast now for tomorrow, partly cloudy, winds getting light in the afternoon and evening. For Picton, 22 degrees, 17 over at Goulburn. For Kiama, chasing down 18 throughout the day. On the south coast, it's looking partly cloudy. There is a slight chance of a shower down around the Vic border. A few moderate winds still pushing about as well. For Wollongong tomorrow, looking at partly cloudy and 18 degrees. Let's go to our days ahead. Sunday will be mostly sunny. We've got some morning fog about the southern coastal ranges. Now, Monday's looking similar, a bit of that morning fog towards the south again, and then on Tuesday, partly cloudy, just a slight chance of a shower at this stage. That's all for weather tonight, Bruce. Have a wonderful weekend.
Terrific, Chris. Thank you very much, and thanks for your company this Friday, October 29, and throughout the week. That's how we saw your news. Have a terrific weekend, and we'll sail into the weekend with great scenes at Shellharbour.
This has been a Win News presentation. Win News, Regional Australia's #1 news source.